Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? If you guys remember, last episode we did manage to make a few multi-blocks from GregTech. In between the episodes, I cleaned up this area as much as I could. That means from now on, we don't really have to rush for GregTech, we just have to do one project every episode. You know, we're just gonna treat it like any other mod. Although I'm not really going to show this, but production is going to continue in between the episodes because we do need the metals. So let us focus on something very important, the old mod star, and specifically the dimensional seed. You know, 60,000 obsidian, and I think I need 27 old mod stars. So let's get cracking, and ironically, everything that I want to do for the old mod star, as well as GregTech, starts with blood magic. And yes, a few episodes ago, we already made a tier 5 altar. And yes, Mr. Fizz is still alive. He has generated us almost 90 buckets of blood. Cool. So until right now, the way that we make life essence fluid type, 29 buckets, is by stabbing ourselves. We want to be able to automate it a bit. The ritual that we need to perform is called the Well of Suffering, much like my dearest friend Mr. Fizz. The distance between the Master Ritual Stone and the altar has to be a maximum of 6 blocks, I think that is 5 blocks just in case. And if I'm not wrong, we need around 36 runes. We have 11. But don't you worry, half a stack is being made. And I'm not really gonna lie to you, but it does take a bit of time. I kind of forgot that half a stack of slates gives you half a stack of ritual stones. I thought I have to do this again, but it's fine, we can have a ritual. Yes, the Well of Suffering. I dug too much, didn't I? We're just gonna raise it a bit. Yeah, that should be fine. Even though this place is going to be covered, we don't really want it to look like garbage, so we're gonna decorate it a bit with some red fluid. And just in case you didn't get it, this is from Evilcraft. This is a savanna, so it's never ever going to rain, and we get hardened red fluid. Oh, we're out of red fluid. Can I fill it in here? No, it's fine. It does have a garbage capacity anyways. We need to improve it a bit. Now it's going to be 60 buckets. That's actually good. We just need some mobs. I know I have automated blood, but at this very moment, this is a bit faster. The way that this ritual works is that first off, you need to activate it. Thank you. Come on. I think it's active. But the gist of it is, you have to have a mob inside, and he will take damage, and every time that he takes damage, we get LP. Not LP. Life essence, yes. So generally, it's advised that you use a witch. But as you guys probably know, in addition to having beautiful eyes, I'm a jerk. So I'm gonna use villagers with a spawner. And no, don't you dare tell me witches are better. This is free, so we don't care. In 1.12, you were right. So even though we don't have the appropriate runes, you might notice that we're actually gaining blood. Yeah. These are runes of self-sacrifice, we need runes of sacrifice. Oh, and do you notice the red dots? We're getting vengeance spirits. There is a torch from Evilcraft called the gemstone torch. You guys are loud. Let's muffle them. Villager hurt. So as I was saying, yes, there is something called a gemstone torch, and let's make a few. Every time that a creature dies, there is a chance of a vengeance spirit from Evilcraft, and well, they're a bit annoying. Also, I have no idea where else to find a furnace. We use this one. Oh, it has to be undead planks. Ooh, I didn't know that. Thankfully we have some. Blocks vengeance spirits from spawning in a radius of 15 blocks. So we just need the one. Cool. So now that we're no longer sacrificing ourselves, it's time to switch some of the runes with the rune of sacrifice. I need my magnet. For the moment I have just made 16, so we can switch some of them. And I have also made some runes of speed. Actually, we don't need speed. Yeah, for the moment we do. I will tell you why. This blood altar that we have is the blood altar which is going to generate us life essence, correct? It's basically a generator. However, if you guys remember, I mentioned that we're going to have 2 of them. Aha. This one is going to generate us life essence so that we would be able to charge our rituals. Where's my orb? So it's going to constantly fill in the orb so that we can run the rituals. Also, it's going to provide life essence to the second altar, which we're going to use for crafting. So this is why I mentioned we don't really need to have speed runes on this one. We just need to improve the capacity and runes of sacrifice. But for the moment, we just have the one blood altar, and in order to make the second one, I guess a few runes of speed is not a very bad idea. Wait a minute. I just discovered something very weird. There is no longer a tank, you know, from blood magic, so you can just transfer it with something like a pipe and nobody cares? Are we getting blood? No. Actually, you can extract the blood. I think it has to be inserted from the bottom. Yeah, that was the problem. However, you might notice that despite having an advanced pipe upgrade which will allow us to transfer 2 buckets, we're just getting 20 millibuckets. That is because this altar does require some transfer upgrades, and we're gonna do that very soon, after I get some more runes. Papa Shilo the Special. What? Hello. he took one hit. I have just made a few imbued slates and let us try to augment our altar by a bit. I think the rune that we need in order to transfer the blood faster is going to be the rune of displacement. I have made 8 of them and let's see if they have an impact. Oh, it's full. What? Yeah. It did have an impact. I don't really think this altar is going to need any more runes of sacrifice because it's actually working incredibly fast. So let's just increase the capacity. After having a few runes of capacity, it does make sense to make the rune of augmented capacity. The rune of capacity is just going to increase the capacity of the blood altar by a few buckets, while the rune of augmented capacity increases it by a percentage. So right now it's 66 buckets. We add 2 and now it's 76 buckets. And with all 8, it's now 97 buckets. Nice. There are 2 reservoirs that we have to pay attention when we are playing with blood magic. One of them is the altar itself. You know, we have 117 buckets. And the other one, which is used for rituals, is called the blood network. Currently we have 177 buckets. Obviously the way that you get it is that you just put your orb on top of the altar, correct? And yes, you might notice that before I put the orb in, it was dropping. That's because of the ritual that we have over there. But now it's rising. Each orb that we have has a capacity. The best one is going to be the Archmage's blood orb, which we didn't make. Do we have Demonite? Yes. Let's make 2. I just had to wait until we reach 1 million, but we have reached it. And yeah, you might notice that we're not getting any more LP in our network. For normal rituals, it's not a problem, but when you want to summon a meteor, that is a problem. So what we're going to need is the rune of the orb. Yeah, for the moment, we're just going to add 4. And look, now we're gaining LP. Actually, let us get the final tier orb. That's the best one anyways. Yep, thank you. Have I already made this? Maybe not. We make another one. One of them will be for crafting. Thank you. I have assembled the second altar. I have made all the slates that we needed, I think at least. So let us get started. Both of these altars have to be optimized because there's no tier 6 altars, so there's little room for error. You know, we're limited by the runes that we can place. Since the first blood altar is just a generator, we do not need to have any speed runes. It's never ever going to craft anything, so what's the point? Secondly, we are using displacement runes in order to transfer blood from the altar to the tank. But on the second altar, we don't have any runes to transfer the blood from the tank to the altar. You know, we're just getting 20 LP. So let's add a few of them over here. Now the transfer rate should be way faster. Yep. It is. However, there is another important rune, the rune of acceleration. Every 20 ticks, the displacement rune is going to take some blood from the altar and put it inside the tank. Or in case of the second altar, vice versa. Whenever you add 1 acceleration rune, that's actually going to reduce that time by 1 tick. So now that I have added 2, the operation is going to be done every 18 ticks. If we add 8, every 12 ticks. I missed one here. We will do the exact same thing with the second one. We want the speeds to be matching. So now we should get blood way faster. It's a bit faster, but not amazing. By adding a few more runes of displacement, I think now this is a good rate. Yeah, it seems to be fine. I am literally mirroring every displacement rune and acceleration rune between the 2 altars. We really want the transfer rate to be the same. So now we come to the second altar. This one does not require to generate any LP, it's just getting it from that one. So that means the only thing that we need to do over here is to make some speed runes so that we would be able to craft everything faster and add to its capacity. It also doesn't need to have a humongous capacity, just a bit will do. I added a few more acceleration runes, I added a few more capacity over here, and I think the only thing remaining is just speed. And that's exactly 12 more runes. Yeah, this is perfect. If that is the case, let us see how fast it's going to make us an ethereal slate. So you go in. Lovely, that was incredibly fast. That's also fast. That's reinforced. Imbued is also fast. We're keeping up with demonic, that is good. And I guess very soon we're going to get the ethereal. Come on, you can do that. Lovely. Now we need to automate it. At first I wanted to do a very fancy automation like we did in all the mod 7 to the sky, but I think the solution is actually much simpler, using refined storage. And I kind of forgot why I was here. Ah yes, tungsten. No, I get confused. So first things first. Hello Lady Linda. Let us get a few patterns. We need network receivers, network transmitters, the network card. We also need to have the crafting emitter from refined storage. That's it. I'm so happy I made a crafting manager. And I don't really have to do it like that. Probably most of them are in the same crafter. But who cares, all of them are fast anyways. So we shall have a network transmitter. And under the blood altar, I have made a very small tunnel because it's chunk loaded. We might as well do it down here. So receiver goes there. We shall link it. And the card goes in. So now we have access to our refined storage under the altar. I just have to find my hole. Here. In this version of Blood Magic, we have 5 slates, correct? We're going to entangle, oh, it's already entangled, the second Blood Altar. We put an entangled block on top of the crafter and we link it. At our home, we're going to specify that one stone gives us one blank slate gives us reinforce, and so on and so forth. You know, up to ethereal. What kind of a stupid chunk is this? Why is it so massive? I pressed the wrong button. Anywho, all the patterns go in, so now the system knows that if it puts one stone in the altar, it's going to get a blank slate. The problem is that if we leave it on, it's going to make an ethereal slate and it's going to be stuck there forever. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a few cables, and I don't really like how it connects. How do we do this? We go down by one block. We just want to be fancy. So now we're going to have one emitter per slate. So what this does is the exact same thing that the emitter does from AE2. Whenever it's crafting something, it's going to emit a redstone signal. That means we should be able to have our entangled blocks on top, link them to the altar like so, and you know, just have a stupid pipe. We put it on extract, we will put one upgrade, and we will put redstone mode on when powered. So it's going to extract the item whenever it receives a redstone signal. The first one is going to receive a filter for blank slate, the crafting emitter as well. So at this very moment we have, let's make it 0. Let's craft one blank slate and see if it works. Well, it's emitting a redstone signal. Oh yeah. It doesn't have anywhere to go. We need a dimensional chest. I think it's screwed up a bit, because it stayed there and now it should be ethereal, demonic, I don't know. Yeah, that was a horrifying boo-boo. Now I have to go back home and cancel the crafting. Yes, cancel all. Okay, everything is off. We don't have any blank slates. Let's order one and see if it works. We got one. It worked. Lovely. Obviously, we do the same thing with all of them. We are doing blood magic in order to perform rituals. We do have some reinforced slates. Let's order 64 and see how it goes. It had the slates, but it's fine. We will see. It's going to take some time because it's going to do 64 at a time. So I might have to wait. The redstone is on, so that's a good sign at least. Okay, it's still blank slates. As soon as it converts, it should just suck it out. You can do that. Come on. I needed more speed. Yes! It went away. Perfection at its finest. It's actually good to go. We don't have to go back there ever again. And yeah, the crafting job is finished. Cool. We have LP, we have automated crafting, so let us start our first ritual. No. This is the wrong one. Oh my goodness, you can't even vein mine. I think I misclicked somewhere. What we want is this one. Mark of the Falling Tower. This is going to summon a meteor. And it's actually a very big ritual, so I'm really happy we automated everything. We are left with 3, so it should be complete. This is going to summon a meteor made out of ores. This is just for testing purposes to see what kind of meteors are we going to get, so let's make a pillar of obsidian, because there's going to be a meteor which is going to hit the ground, and well, the ground is the ritual. And yes, I once forgot about the obsidian. That wasn't really fun. So the ones that I know either require a block of gold, iron or diamonds. I think. We try the gold one first. You have to activate the ritual and then drop the block. And I picked it up. Maybe I don't have enough LP. Should we try the smaller meteor? I think it ate the iron. Oops. Yep. We got the meteor. This one isn't amazing. And it does consume 1 million LP. I think the other one requires 5 million. Oh, there's garbage from Undergarden and Blue Skies. Okay, this is not fair. Let's mine it. In hindsight, I should have fortuned it. If you come to your book, it's actually telling you what you can offer. What we tried was a block of iron. Gold was not even an acceptable thing, which is fine. But advanced alloy gives you mechanism stuff. What is advanced alloy? I'm wondering if it's going to give us uranium. It also didn't say atomic alloy, it said advanced, so I'm assuming it's just reinforced. The blood is from silverfish, and yes, I extended the obsidian pillar. Just in case. So let's try this again. Reinforced alloy? Yeah. What is advanced alloy? This? Yeah. Infused? Oh yeah, that was the one. We should get another meteor. Come on. Oops. That hurt. How much LP did you use? Not much. Maybe 500,000 bucket, that's it. Yeah, exactly 500,000. And yeah, we get uranium. That's amazing. And fluorite. Okay, that solves a lot of my issues. What the? Uranium block. Block of uranium. I love this one. The stupid meteor from Mechanism is totally worth it. Just look how much fluorite we got. I don't know how much we had, but now we have 4.3 thousand. Our supply of uranium is up to 15,000, and I still have a bit in my dank null. I think around 2,000? Yeah. Almost. So that is actually going to help me a lot in getting some polonium and antimatter, but there is one more ritual that I want to try. Not the ritual, Meteor. This one requires 1 diamond apparently. It was accepted. Did I extend the pillar? Okay, we're good. So you get cinnabar from thermal series, that's not bad. You get garbage, you get more garbage, you get more garbage, but you do get some diamonds. This one is not amazing. Actually, look at all those diamonds. Okay, before I put anything in, we have 3,000 diamonds. Also, we have fortune 12 or something crazy thanks to the gems, so that could be a bit biased. Okay, it's not amazing. 850 diamonds. From 1 diamond. And if I'm not wrong, yeah, almost 1 million LP. Let's move this stupid thing to its permanent location. And yeah, vein mining it is a problem. It takes time to break it down. Anyways, I always wanted to extend our base to this value over here, and I think maybe we can fit it here. Although I need a few machines, which I really wanted to put inside a cliff, so maybe this valley is better? Our base is that way, by the way. Well, let me try to find a suitable location. I'll be right back. Well, I'm torn between 2 locations. One of them is here. I kind of like it. This was supposed to be the site of our GregTech area, which now it's a bit redundant. Also, it's really far away from our home. This is the new base, and this is the old base. But this is one of the locations that I don't mind doing the meteor thingy. And the second one that I actually liked is actually very close to our new base. It's in this hole. The problem is that in this biome it does rain. I hate granite, and I really hate dripstone. But it's a cool hole. So I don't really know. We're not in a hurry to make uranium, so maybe we will postpone it until I can decide. Also, if you want to cast your votes, I'm not gonna stop you. It's just that this is the Empire, we count the votes the way that we want them. But democracy is important, I can assure you. Anyways, last episode I did mention something very important. We drilled for oil, and I said I'm never ever going to find our drill again. And I forgot the dimensional tank. So yes, I need to be able to find my drill again. Oh, that was easy. We don't really want to keep the oil inside our refined storage system, so we're gonna have a drawer and some netherite upgrades. Yeah, you can have 4. That should be a decent buffer until I want to process it. These machines that you see around me cannot be moved. At least for another few episodes, because I have work to do. But this place was originally supposed to be my farming area. Let's farm something. Some of the things that we need in the future. Everything that I'm doing today can be done in a botany pod, can be done in a fighter grow, but having farms is a bit fun. Over the past few 100 episodes, I have been making a lot of rich soil, and we are actually going to farm potatoes. There is a mod in this mod pack called pylons, and it does give you a harvester. This one. Harvesters have to be in the center, and they have to be waterlogged. And if I'm not wrong, I thought I made a hoe. Didn't I make a hoe? It's fine, we can make new ones from all the modium. So the hoe goes in, this is indestructible and we never have to change it. And it also needs to have an inventory on top, so let's have a dimensional chest, you know, like so. Oh, then I have to remove these blocks. If I have to cover the chest, then these blocks are going to be unusable. Oh, and we're going to turn the harvester into a 9x9. Yeah, that's the max. Also, I wasn't really joking, we're just gonna plant potatoes. Potatoes are going to be useful in making ethylene from mechanism and also something from GregTech. I forgot what it was. You can obviously use whatever you want, potatoes just look nicer. Also, this is gonna take ages. Grow. I had to move one of the patches by a few blocks because I had to do something in the center. Fertile soil does accelerate the crop growth, correct? But I also want to use potatoes in order to generate dirt later on, so we need a lot of potatoes. This is a ritual brazier, and this is a tablet of overgrowth. I think if we provide it with source, it's not centered. It's gonna bone meal the crops. The problem is that... oh my goodness. It's a good thing I automated these stupid things. This time it is in the center. I had the tablet. Okay, I'm a confused person. But generally, this should help the crops grow. It is. I think. The problem is that it's consuming source, and I was thinking we use the crop's growth and generate some source. Using one agronomic source link. Oh yeah, we are generating source. I thought maybe it's not gonna work with bone meal. Let's make one more, you know, for this side. Is it a bad thing that I don't like it above ground? I just think it's a bit disproportionate. And yeah, I do understand that the range isn't great, but who cares? It's not my first time being inefficient. Yeah, we just hide it underground. Now it's not doing anything. Okay, so I was trying to make a facade for the farm and I noticed I missed the log. Well, obviously, as a good person, I removed it, I stripped it again, and we were good, right? Then it happened again. So this guy unstrips the logs? What's the point in that? And yeah, it does seem that we're losing source. I thought we use agri-carnations from Botania, they're not the worst. But as a person who had no potatoes, I have 400 potatoes. That's a good number. I'm an idiot. As a person who just literally did blood magic, there is a ritual. Green groove. I have already done that on the other side, and yes, you might notice that we're getting way more potatoes. Once you're activated, you might notice that it's going to affect this area, meaning only the crops. Wait, you can give it different demonic will. That's not very useful. That's not very useful. I guess we stay with that. And just before you mention it, yes, we do have lily pads of fertility. Don't you worry. But lily pads of fertility are incredibly laggy, so I thought maybe we just use rituals. Yeah, I would say this is a more decent rate for potatoes. Can't really complain. After automating potatoes, now we come to thermal expansion. I have just automated a few induction smelters and a few multi-servo presses in order to make plates and different alloys. Later on, we do need to have some automations using thermal expansion, so I thought, why the hell not? Let's be prepared. Basically, anything that you want to craft from thermal expansion is over here. You know, all the kits, gears, and etc. Another thing that we have to start doing is this laser drill. This was supposed to be for the fluid laser drill, but unfortunately we had to put it in the ocean, so this slot is empty. And I don't like anything which is unsymmetrical, so let's start crafting it. I have a wireless thing, why do I have to come here? Also, I always make these things wrong. Have you realized that the Oldemodium pickaxe or any other tool just seems incorrect? Why would you have 2 plates? You should have 3. You see, now I have an extra rod. We just need 2 iron ore as usual, and voila. Extra laser base. Actually, one of the things that I forgot to check last episode, and you haven't seen it yet, so maybe you have been yelling at me, is that does the depth matter? Currently, this one is at depth 48. Okay, what is this? Soul laser base. I'm sorry, I need to know, and it does not have any explanations. Okay, let me do some reading. I'll be right back. Aha! So I'm back. So first off, this is the wrong book because this is a different mod. Basically, you put this on top of the head of the warden, you extract souls, and then it will improve the speed of your machines. I like that. I think I like that. Maybe that is going to be something that we have to do next episode because today we have a lot of things to do. And yes, we were checking the depths. I saw obsidian, which is end highlands, so no. Coal doesn't really matter. We're getting it already. Well, this is the nether. We don't care. Yeah, the depth doesn't seem to be that important. We're getting everything already. I'm going to assemble the other drill. Yay! We have 2 drills. The dimensional chest is not facing the correct way. Can you face this way? Thank you. So we are getting resources a bit faster, which is always a good thing, but we ran into a bit of a problem. Do you see this? Those ores are from GregTech, and that means we have another issue. This one is full. Oh my goodness. Then, oh wow. Okay, so every episode we do have to spend a bit of time on GregTech. This doesn't really count because it's an ore processing issue. I think currently the macerator is working at MV. Well, it's using the power of MV, otherwise it's working at EV. I think. I don't know how it works, but we're gonna bump it up. We do have a few EV energy hatches. We even have the converter, and I think the cable is aluminium. Yes. See you in a moment. You know, I think the first thing that you have to remove every single time is the energy hatch. Because imagine if you put the converter and then pump in EV power inside, then we're not gonna have the space. So, EV converter, that's good. Here is power. This is EV, and I guess EV cables. I have to check it again. Okay, EV, and EV. We're good? Yes. So now the question is, are you working faster? You're working at HV. 1 tick. Well, I have already used EV power for the electrolyzer and we don't have space. Yeah, I'm guessing this is working better now. It's super fast. It does 20 ores per second, so it is fast. The only problem is that you're out of power now. We use the same HV energy hatch. Why not? I have a brand new problem and a question. So this guy does everything in 1 tick, correct? If I bump it up 1 more voltage, what does it do? Can't really go faster than 1 tick, can you? So that was the question. Now the problem. The macerator macerates everything in 1 tick. The washer washes it in 2 ticks. So there is a problem. Is there like a better washer? Okay, why not? I can use the same stupid cable anyways. You already know how to craft almost everything. So can I have a washer then? Thank you. It probably has to craft a few things, yeah. And maybe the circuits. Yes, we can see it over there. You know, we have a monitor. I should learn using these things. It's ready. Let's hope it's going to be faster. We just have to put it like so, right? Ooh, I had a filter. I had several filters. Okay, I'll fix it. For the moment, you don't work. This one was from here, and I think the other one was here. So you go in. Oh boy. Now I got a lot. You don't want to work? Oh, the stupid circuit. Okay, does everything in one tick. Now water is not keeping up with an upgrade. Yeah, we're good. Also, I don't know if it's... Oh, it's working that fast. Okay. I thought it's stuck. It's actually eating through the tetrahedrite. Anyways, we're good. No need to panic. So, another problem. I'm processing everything, then I'm putting it into our refined storage system, and well, this is the dimensional chest for it. Okay, for some reason, now it worked. Whenever I have a problem, I should press record. Then it goes away. When I broke the stupid ore washer, all the entangled blocks became unentangled, and well, I lost the filter over here. That is iron and copper. Well, there could be something else which I missed, because I lost that filter and I had to redo it again. But before we wrap up today's episode, there is one more thing that we need to do. Titanium. We just crafted like one machine, and you might notice we don't have any titanium. Titanium does require a lot of carbon, so what we're going to do is that we're going to centrifuge some diamond dust. It's not centrifuging? Electrolyze? Yeah. Okay, that is going to give us a super crazy amount of carbon. Another thing that we normally had to do was to get some chlorine gas. That is something that we might have to do eventually, but the drills that we have over here are giving us sodalite. So as a result, we have 12,000 buckets of chlorine. Therefore, we're not left with much. We just have to make a large chemical reactor so that things are done fast. You might notice that I have already made a pattern for this, and yes, we're using go to hell. That's steel. Yes, polytetrafluoroethylene. Always fun. I just want to have a few thousand titanium ingots, so we're gonna set it up somewhere around here. Obviously not for a permanent location, just for the moment. As a byproduct of bauxite, which is aluminium, we do get rutile dust. So we don't have to process ilmenite ever again. Maybe we do. We have more ilmenite. I'm assuming the multi-block is still the same, so we need our hatches. Maintenance hatch. If I'm not wrong, we also need a coil. We go with tungsten. I don't know if it's going to be any faster. Then we have the go-to-hell pipe casing. It makes two of them, but you only need the one. The stupid controller, and some hatches, and a bus. Basically, we need one input as a fluid, one input for items, and two outputs. So this is the input for fluid, this is the input for items, and then two output hatches. And I guess we just cover it. Actually, I should have checked. Do you need a muffler? It doesn't seem so. Are we good? No. According to the instructions, does the coil have to be in the back? Why are you invalid? Do you have to take the garbage coil? Oh, okay. I didn't know you like garbage. But very good. We have the LCR. I have performed our maintenance. We have our chlorine. That should go in. We add the carbon and rutile, and I think you just need power. That is HV. And I guess something like this should work. Lovely. Yay! We're getting titanium tetrachloride. And carbon monoxide. I don't really know what to do about the carbon monoxide, but there has been a mess up. It's fine, we just entangle it to you. Yeah, it's going into this tank. I think for the blast furnace we should be able to do something similar, because they do auto eject. We're just gonna entangle the input hatch, like so. Did it go in? Yes, yes. Now we just need magnesium. How fast are you make? 3 seconds. Holy, while I am waiting for some titanium, I thought maybe we should get back to the graveyard. I have so many requests that I don't really know what to do. Oh, and by the way, did you have any idea that Fez is still alive and suffering? True, if you look at it, it's been one episode, but trust me, it's been like 12 hours. That's actually a decent achievement. Anyways, up here, we don't have any more space. So I thought maybe for the moment, I'm going to open the beach site for you guys. So before we start with all the graves, there was a special request. This is going to be our only white grave, and it's going to be for... I don't like that. Yes, as I was saying, the only white grave for IV. There you go. She asked for something special, so I guess you can also get some purple candles and the straw effigy. Why not? I'll go get the rest. I know I just planted pink petals, but this is for a couple. Baron Sapses and Lady Shallot. And here is a lavender because it's too pink. There was also a request that I should bring a black cat. Unfortunately, I haven't seen one. This one we have to dig down by one block. Add one bucket of lava. And then, you know, somehow place it back. You can't. Wait a minute, you can't place graves like that? Ooh, okay. We take the lava one block down, and then we cover it, and then put the grave. That is for Firewind. Then we have Isush, if I'm reading your name correctly. Sir Kipsalot. Here is a lavender. It's not for him, I just like lavenders. Then we have Rainbow, Zinth, Capbog. I think I have misspelled it. Please let me know. But we also have Bishoy. This part is actually nice and cozy. Oh, and by the way, we lost the guards again. I don't know how to make them walk without dying. Like this, they're fine, but I want them walking. Although there is a high chance that one of them saw a bee and just followed it. Also, a few episodes ago, there was a request by Chef that he wanted to be buried next to the kitchen. I thought it's very unhygienic to bury someone inside the kitchen, so I did this. You're in the fridge. And yes, it does say Chef. And of course, the final person that we're adding today is going to be Prince Thomas. He's gonna be the necromancer. And yes, I put him in glass because he's kind of expensive. If something happens to him, I can't really substitute him. So please stay there. Don't run out, don't kill anyone, don't summon creatures. Do you actually summon creatures? Hello? What if I come in? I think he's fine. Anyways, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye. Actually, I just remembered we were making titanium, yeah. I shouldn't have picked it up. For all of you who have knowledge of GregTech, why doesn't it cool down? It should cool down. It's just hot, it's not fission. Go in there. Thank you. Bye bye again.